Yay.
Okay, so on. So hello and welcome everyone. This is Ruchi Agarwal. I'm based out of Ahmedabad and I'm Access Bar facilitator. And with me I have Kavita Kapoor. She's a certified facilitator, a 3-day body class facilitator. So welcome her, Kavita. And today we are here to talk about bodies and elementals. So
Yeah.
how is the body responding to it?
How's your body? I'm wondering what is it that people are aware of? What are the elementals? Does anyone know what are the elementals out here?
Yeah.
थोड़ा बहुत भी अंदाजा है? Does anyone really know what it is? And then we'll get the bodies in. But
Yes.
first, let's get to know what elementals are. So elementals are, if you've ever been to school, which I'm assuming you all have. So chemistry, periodic table. I know if you did it in 10th, you had it or not, but 11th, 12th, we did because I took science. And I know that we were busy mugging up all the elements, ki valencies and everything. Now, there are certain elements which do not have a valency to it, or they are not in the periodic table as well. Okay. But it exists in this consciousness. Okay. So elementals are things that help us. So you've asked for something for it to show up. Those are the molecules or the elementals or elements, whatever the energies that you can call it, that are there, that when you're asking for something, you start getting it. So that's why we say, will you engage with the elementals who've been there all throughout, and they hit themselves so that the consciousness of this reality doesn't completely go away. So they're in the hiding, but now they've started showing up. So it's about any request you make to the universe, and it is manifested instantaneously. Those are the elementals in action. Suppose you have asked for something and something really bad is going to happen, and it doesn't. Those are elementals again in action. Okay, so they're for you when you choose consciousness. They're not there if you're not choosing consciousness, or if you're choosing an unconsciousness or anti-consciousness. They would not work. They would not create anything for you. Elements do not create when you're not functioning from consciousness. Okay, so it's only when you're choosing more of you, which is you are consciousness, when you're choosing more of you, these elementals come into existence and they start supporting you and contributing to you. So when you're willing to engage with people's energies, okay, when we are here, we're kind of connecting with each other, you actually start out to actualize and activate the elementals that do not appear in this reality. So all you have to do is just ask and push your barriers down and be in allowance of receiving. Now that is about the elementals. Okay, it is as good as stating that this is magical and there is magical universe which is there, and then you kind of start aligning, agreeing, and there are no when you have no definitions, then you have no conclusions about how it's going to look like, what's going to show up, whether it's going to show up or not show up. It's just that you're just being the energy. That is when you ask for the elementals to come and you summon upon them, and that is when they start to contributing to you. The point is, are you willing to receive that contribution? And what are elementals with bodies? Now we are here in a physical plane, we have a body. What we are looking out for, suppose, before we started off with the call, I just said, Anjana, you've got a hot bod. Okay, you've got a fantastically cute looking body, and not just cute, it's sexy. So she's like, yeah, you know what? I did this foundation class and then I asked for it. I would like to get myself clicked in a bikini shoot. And ever since my body is losing weight. I was like, wow, just by asking. And what if you're asking for something and there, ta-da, it's like the consciousness kind of giving you in a boom reality that, yes, you can have it. Because if you're going to flaunt it, people are going to ask, what did you do? And she's like, I did nothing. I just asked for it. And then Pragya is there. She's like, hey, I would like to have that too, if body can reduce. Now that is what you're being the invitation of change. That is what we're talking about, bodies with elementals, and how easily, how quickly, how, phenomenally you can change your reality with your bodies. Just the only thing is, if you could eliminate your doubts that you have, on yourself, on the creation that you're doing, on all the conclusions and definitions you have, on all the interesting limitations you're holding on to for not having it come to fruition with this reality. So there are one or two clearings that I would like to do with you guys. What awareness do you have of the elementals, of the actualization of infinite possibility and total change of realities that you're unwilling to know, be, receive, and perceive and share? Everything that is times a quadrillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? I'm assuming you said yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poker, line shots, boys, ads, and beyond. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can my body and I be to embrace and engage with the elementals with total ease? Everything that doesn't allow that times a quadrillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poker, line shots, boys, ads, and beyond. Now, I can acknowledge when you were children that agar tum magic ki baatein karo, parents would be like, magic kuch nahi hota, yahi hai. And सारा magic आपका logic खा गया, because you started defining everything, right? How this theory has to be proven right or wrong. This works or it doesn't work. You have to have a conclusion. Otherwise, you're a failure. If your theorem doesn't come to a conclusion, then you're a failure, aren't you? And every time you did something so logical which did not go down well in your space, you judged yourself and concluded you probably must be dumb, right? And all those interesting judgments that you had of you, that people had of you, and then you locked it up in your bodies. So all the elementals that we have available to us, that we have not identified, perceived, received, or been willing to be, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, poor and pock, online shorts, boys, provides, and beyond. So where is it that you're not willing to actualize your ask at the speed of space using the contribution of elementals, so that you can be and do whatever you choose to be and do, wherever, whenever? And what if time was not even a component that you could be bothered about? What if it was not about time? What if it was about you choosing to be you, irrespective of whatever shows up? So if you're trying to, if you announce some class or your sessions and people don't choose it, is it a wrongness of you, or is it the wrongness of people not choosing you, or is it nothing? And you could have it all if you had no doubt, and it may not show up in the time frame that you're asking for, but it is there, and you have to be an allowance of never judging you, never coming to a conclusion with whatever is showing up. Please ask. I know it may sound like Greek and Latin, whatever I just said, but please ask questions, because that's where I will get my cue for the next thing that I have to say. This is on elementals. So when you engage with the elementals, the body start molding itself and then changing itself faster. You just ask and you get it. They're there to contribute. We haven't really bothered to ask them to support us, to contribute to us. So Ruchi, what would you want to add on this with the elementals?
So, of late, I like I said to you the other day also, that of late I was studying about elementals, and large part of the elementals also help you to make money, and that was something we can create with the elementals. So that got really something like my body was dancing when I did that. Thing that elementals create the money.
So body was happy that at least कुछ तो इसने समझा सीखा थी कि अभी उसी की मदद लेके कर ले. That is what it meant. But otherwise, yes, because elementals are there because you are choosing more consciousness. They are there to contribute to you. So body is here. Body creates money. So body is happy that किसी की भी मदद ले तू कर लेकिन So when we start acknowledging that we have a body, when we start honoring our body, when we start, listening to what the body is saying, it gets easier to start creating what you're here to create, including money, including relationships.
Very true. So, when I was engaging with my element, I said that, yes, now I need something, something miraculous to up. Since 3 days, continuously, people are coming to me just out of nowhere. So, that is the kind of miracles I've been seeing. And since past 3 days, I'm just saying that, yeah. So, me miracles, elementals show me miracles with my body. What can I create?
So I would like to copy that energy of miracles, and I would like to have it too, for whatever we are asking for. Let's see what shows up. Anjana, you had a question.
Yeah, Kavita, for vitamin deficiencies and all also, can we
You can engage with elementals for anything. See, now elementals directly आपके अंदर vitamins infuse नहीं करेंगे. They will show you a way of how you can have it in this reality, because they're there at the energy level. They will contribute. Maybe you can just bump into somebody, maybe Ayurveda or homeopathic or whatever, or somebody can just talk about it and you're like, hey, that feels light, whatever you're talking about. And you go and you purchase it or you have it, and that could change your vitamin, whatever. Are you talking about vitamin D by any chance?
D, B12.
D and B12. Yeah, that's the latest fad that we have, right? We all have those issues. So yeah, I mean, so elementals can show you another way of what this is, because when we were in the Bombay class with, so Mehak was there in the class, and we were talking about vitamin D and all, and how it turned out to be very different for different people, because it's about vitamin D is about the sun. This, how your body absorbs from the sun. What does sun mean to you?
Father,
the provider. So when you have some kind of an imbalance there from the provider, okay, now it resonates with you, okay. So now that is exactly what it was for her, and then something more surface, and so issues with the provider, basically. Okay, so now if you could just resolve that, would you really have to have a block or a limitation or a lack of something? If you could resolve it in your world.
Yeah, wow.
So everywhere you're avoiding defending, having a provider to provide you for in your reality, and it could be the father, it could be father-like figure, it could be a husband who's a provider today, or whatever, right? And if you could just body park that. Sonia is writing, I was diagnosed with osteoporosis at 31 and my knee was broke while I was standing. So what does that mean to you? Were you tired of standing?
I've always said I drank too much Coke, maybe.
Those are interesting points of view we given. Coca-Cola the pesticide. So now you start thinking about the pesticide rather than the joy that the Coca-Cola is going to give you, right? And in access classes, we say, hey, if you're like down with energy, just have Coke. So
I know.
So everyone should have osteoporosis. Is that true? No, it is not. So in that case, when you were like, you're done with standing, what does knee mean to you?
The strongest flexibility, I guess, the strongest bend in the body would be knee.
The strongest knee is the strongest bend. What does bending mean to you?
Bending.
What does it
mean?
Not
being straight. Maybe bending for others.
How much were so how were you done bending beyond your capacity and your limit that it broke?
Perhaps the most happened after I got married. I started bending backwards for everyone. Trying to please everyone.
And to please everyone and to have everyone accommodate in your reality, and all your needs started stemming from them, and were they even your needs? So it's like when you're pulling a rubber band. So एक time आता है, उसका threshold उसका भी जाता है, and then it just snaps out, right? Now you may say, अच्छा कमजोर हो गया होगा, उसने भी पेप्सी में पड़े हुए थोड़ा सा उसका हालत खराब हो गया होगा, whatever, you can just have whatever reasons and justifications, and any of that is true, or were you just like, hey, I'm done, okay, I really can't do this anymore. So all your points of view that you're avoiding defending, and then we create injuries, we create accidents, we create diseases, we create pain, suffering, trauma, because directly to bola nahi ja raha na. So everything that is going to destroy and uncreated, please write wrong, good, bad, purple, line, shorts, boys, provide me on. Pragya is writing, I'm having some aches in the body due to vitamin deficiency. So 2 days ago, I asked my body to observe the vitamins from the atmosphere. Absorb the vitamins. Observe or absorb? absorb, yeah. Veggies, fruits, and from everywhere can find it and fill it and use it for itself. And then after 5 minutes, all my pains vanished and did not come again. So, what if you did not have any reason, like a vitamin deficiency? If you did not have a reason for it, Pragya, you could still clear it out, couldn't you? You know what? Our bodies hurt because you are so aware of the insanity people are going through in their bodies, the suffering they are. Was it even yours? Is the first question you should have asked. Hey, body, what else is possible today? Okay, if you could wake up every morning and say, body, today, what else is possible? Rather than carrying on everything on a daily basis the way it has to be, and this is it, and I can't change it. And suppose you've joined a gym and now you want to do gym, like you're done and over with in 3 months. You don't have to go to 6 months or a year, because, and what if you did not have to make that money significant, and now you could change your body and your reality, and the modality that you're doing with your bodies, and so much ease in the body. What if you did not have to make anything significant, and like, okay, change, choice, change, you choose and you change.
How do
And
I
if it's
stop?
hurting, yeah,
How do I stop
yeah,
being a psychic,
small
downloader
bomb.
and just hold it on my
You
body?
cannot, you Pragya, you cannot stop it. You, if you're an empath, for example, you cannot not do it. This is you, this is the gift you've had, but you made it into a curse. So everywhere you've turned your gift into a curse, can you bloody destroy it and create it now?
Yes,
Right,
please.
wrong, good, bad, perfect, line, short, boys, go bad, man. The more you're going to avoid being one, you're going to be more of it. Okay? ये नहीं करना, ये नहीं चाहिए, ओहो ये तो मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. So everything that brings up, okay, now what can I do with this information? That's the only thing. You're getting so much information. What do I do with this? Okay, how do, like,
Actually,
am I,
that's what I don't know, and that's what creates all these
what
aches
if
and
you
pains.
did not have to
It's not
know?
mine.
No, what if you did not have to know? What if you just ask, hey, is this for me? Okay, fine. For somebody else? Okay, fine. Okay, do I go and tell them? Yeah, okay. I'll tell them only if you bring me money for this, okay? Now you do a deal and a deliver kind of a thing. आज की तारीख में हम किसी को एक बंदा भी रेफर करते हैं, हम डील डिलीवर मांग लेते हैं. तो why would you not do it with the entities and the energies and everything that is coming as an awareness to you of other people? Say, I'm going to do this for you. Yeah, just get me the money. And imagine, you don't have to take the pain. You'll get paid for it so that you can give away the pain. How cool is that? Would you allow yourself to have that ease with your body? And information to aayegi because you are an aware person.
Yeah.
Okay, in a city, in a country, when they're like, okay, we're in India, we are exploding as far as physical bodies are concerned. Imagine कितने तो मतलब मरे हुए की तादाद कितनी डबल ट्रिपल होगी, शायद ज्यादा ही. So in countries which don't have too many people, वहां अलग प्रकार की टेंशन और स्ट्रेस होता है अकेले होने का, So, but are they not getting information and awareness? Of course they are. So now my point is, uska karna kya hai? This is still not yours. The other day I was moving around, I was driving down, I was like, I was so aware of the sadness people had in their world, and I was getting the awareness of their sadness in their world, and having that awareness was making me sad. I'm like, how sad is that? Why people are not happy, and now what do you do with it? Okay, what can I do to make myself happy? I can't make people happy. You're like done. You'll get tired, you'll get drained, you'll get sucked out if you're trying to make people happy. You cannot. Can you give up your job that you were given when you came from the golden planet to this reality that your job is to make people happy here? And all the oaths vows that you took, revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, announce, destroy, and uncreate it all, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, perfect, line, short, boys, for values and beyond. What if you did not have to keep delivering that over and over in whichever lifetime that you were doing it? Now you don't have to do it. You can fire yourself from that job that you had taken. And everywhere you were assigned this job of getting all the information, वो transept करते हैं ना, वो code and decode करते हैं. My goodness, how much of a decoder are you? Can you now fire yourself from that job as well? Right, wrong, good, bad, thoughtful, line, short, boys, for and beyond. Yes.
One thing just came into my awareness right now is, are our bodies, ready for receiving from elementals, or are we somewhere, just negating or blocking it out?
Bodies are always ready to receive everything. We as beings are not. Bodies have no point of view. Okay, body is like nature. नेचर में आप जाके फार्ट भी करते हो तो वो रिसीव करता है, राइट? आप शिट भी करते हो तो रिसीव करता है, दैट्स नेचर, right? So bodies have no point of view, but the being is controlling the body and saying तेरी तो मैं तेरे को रिसीव इतनी आसानी से तो नहीं करने दूंगा. So the being, so all these clearings that we do, it's basically getting the being to let go of their points of view so that you can allow the body to be. If your being was, had no idea of what all this was, the body will get to be what it is designed here to be. You can allow your humanoidic embodiment to come out and engage with those elementals and start creating. Like, so from one to the other, to the other, to the other, you're becoming a unicorn in this reality. But we are holding ourselves so tightly that nahi zyada receive nahi hone denge. We are locking it up. We are kind of damaging it, and we are twisting ourselves into this reality. Sabko to nahi mil raha, to apne ko kaise itni aasani se mil sakta hai? There are people who judge themselves कि मेरे को बहुत आसानी से ये मिल गया है, and then they go back to their original ways. That nahi, I don't wish to have so much with total ease.
I'm one of them.
Congratulate yourself. So yeah, I mean, because you're still creating. See, it's not that you're not creating, but you're not creating out of consciousness. What if you could just allow yourself to receive it total, like having no point of view? Even when people come and tell you, Pragya, tu to badi lucky hai. You simply say, yeah, aur kya? मैंने तो इतना classes किया है किस I know I'm lucky. Thank you so much. What we end up doing is, the minute people say, Pragya, you so cool, you get things with total ease. You're like, no, that's not true. I have to defend this thing. I have to avoid what they're saying so that I can prove that I too have struggles, okay? How ready are we to prove how much struggles we can have in our world?
In order to do that, I often don't create.
Exactly. See, now that itself becomes a struggle when you're not creating, because there will be, you can, you won't let yourself, and that is frustrating. Or probably you have a conclusion to it, even if I create, people will not come here. Chhodna kya karna. Everything that is going to destroy and created now, right, wrong, good, bad, thoughtful, climb, shorts, boys for bats and beyonds. So yeah.
Where we have empowered our being to depreciate our body.
We have implanted ourselves and explanted ourselves to fit into this reality, and this body is here listening to you for everything that you're asking it. ये करना है, okay, body is like, okay. तुम एक सेकंड में बोलते हो मैं तो मोटी हो गई, हाँ, बॉडी कहता है हाँ हो गए. ओ ये खाने से ये हो जाएगा, बॉडी कहता है ओके ये हो जाएगा. सो बॉडी तो कंटिन्यूस हमारे साथ है. So you have to, yeah, sure, Kalpana, bye. Okay, I think she left. So you have to be more aware. The consciousness levels have to go up for you. Okay? And we are locking ourselves and we are stopping our bodies. Otherwise, Anjana ने सिर्फ फाउंडेशन में एक आस्क रखी और पट things are showing up for her, right? And things could show up as of yesterday if she has no point of view about her body. That okay, abhi thoda aur patla hona baki hai, or whatever judgment she has of her body, she can get it now. But we will decide, we will judge, we will determine कि हमको वो receiving कब, कहाँ, कैसे, कितने पेस पे होगी. हमने रोका हुआ है अपने आप को. हम तो दिखना भी नहीं चाहते हैं लोगों को. तो बॉडी को तो सोचो कितना फोर्स अगेंस्ट योर बॉडी है, जबकि दिखने में मजा भी आता है. But we will not. So अगर हम ही नहीं दिखना चाहते, उधर एलिमेंटल्स छुपे हुए हैं, how can they contribute and how can you engage with them? You tell me. Who will they contribute? So if you could allow yourself to be seen and then you ask the elementals to contribute, and trust me, you will get the miraculous life that you've been asking for. Like what Suruchi said, that out of nowhere I started getting people and clients and whatever. For her, it could be business. For you, it could be health or relationship or anything that you're looking out for in your body.
So I asked the elementals that, how can I connect with people all around the world? And I got two clients one from Oman and the other one from Dubai.
Wow. How does it get better than that? Yeah, I mean, seriously, you just have to ask and, push your barriers down and just receive. Just be like, you're just there. When you have no definitions, you are definitely engaging with the elementals. Okay. So one more clearing. What elementals of alteration of reality and actualization of infinite possibilities do we have that we've never used in this reality, that we can now actualize it and use it? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, for line shows, boys, provides, and beyond. If I could do all the clearings all over again, there's just 4 of them. What awareness do you have of the elementals of the actualization of infinite possibility and total change of realities that you're unwilling to know, be, receive, perceive, and share? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, purple, line shows, boys, provides, and beyond. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can my body and I be to be able to embrace and engage with the elementals with total ease? Everything that doesn't allow that times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, purple, line, short, boys, provides, and beyond. All the elementals we have available to us that have not identified, perceived, received, or been willing to be, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, purple, line, short, boys, provides, and beyond. What elementals of alteration of reality and actualization of infinite possibilities do we have that we've never used in this reality that we can now actualize and use? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, purple, line, short, boys, provides, and beyond. And why also limit ourselves only to having clients and business? You can have it all, have anything and everything. Bye, Sonia. Yeah. We're also wrapping up in about 5-7 minutes. So yeah, we're just wrapping up. So this is basically the whole idea. You also know that when you come for a call, we are going to announce our class that is coming up in Bombay. Okay, Mumbai, 16 to 18, we have a body class showing up. Okay, it's the Bug Galaxy. And then we have 26, 27, 28 in Delhi. So whatever is light for you guys, please choose. Yes, Palak.
I'm so sorry. I'm.
Don't
it's
be
just
sorry.
morning here.
don't be sorry.
Having said that, just because you have announced the body class, and it just took me like a moment to kind of hop in, and I just want to say, whosoever is listening to this call, to like actively choose body class, because it definitely has changed my life. The person I was in India and the person that is in Toronto as at this point of time is way different. It's all because of, I think, the foundation, access, and definitely the body class. Definitely the body class. So I
because
would
there's so many processes that when they're done in 3 days, you're just constantly doing stuff on your body, and there is so much releasing, and you're like, oh, I can sleep. Shanti se so sakte hain. Even, and you're not never alone because you have hands. Aap haath rakho, command do, and it starts working. It's so magical.
I know. So definitely, yeah, it's me and my husband who have seen 720-degree shift. Sorry, ignore my maths that way. But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So I would like to just say that to hop into this class, like without giving it a second thought, because the moment you walk out of this class, you are entirely a different person with so many different tools.
Absolutely. And her husband is also here on this call, Zoom user. His name is Zoom user. So they're a cute couple and they're just little away right now in terms of the distance. But imagine what if your bodies could really, really receive that and the elementals could be engaged so that the distance is bridged and you guys are together and soon as possible. So what else is possible? No, hope nahi hai. You know, Kishan, that is not the hope that I am giving you. I'm simply saying that, okay, because hope is something that is you're not being present with your choices and your reality. Hope is something in future. Hope is I don't know. And what if you just actively choose it and you say, hey, I know this is showing up, where you have no doubt whatsoever that whatever shows up, this is showing up for sure. That is not, I hope it happens. No, hope is not being present. So we're not hoping, we're asking, and then we're so ready for it whenever it shows up. And it can show up as of yesterday. If you engage with the elementals, which are there in the universe, and when you're functioning from consciousness that this, I would like to have it this way, the elementals will start contributing to you instantaneously. You ask and you shall receive. That is the elemental reality with your body. And morning when you wake up, what else is possible? Bodies, like what more joy, what more fun? Can we have more joy today? Joy in being apart, joy in coming closer together. It was so much fun. Everything is fun. The minute you start, like, okay, one more secret, okay, Palak, in case I will tell you, is जिस दिन तुम लोग enjoy करने लग जाओगे, universe तुमको उठा के दूसरी जगह ले जाएगा, because universe doesn't let you get comfortable with things. I wonder
Yes, I
which.
can definitely feel that, we can definitely feel that. And I would rather say that after this body class, everything is so comfortable. I mean, like, we're just exploring different possibilities, right?
Yeah. So much
And
abuse that
yeah.
is locked up, that starts melting away. The walls that are there, we stop receiving. तो elementals भी कैसे दे पाएंगे? क्योंकि हमने वो receiving का एक दरवाजा ही बंद कर दिया होता है. और आपस में एक दूसरे के साथ हमारे इश्यूज तो हो ही जाते हैं ना, तो उस वजह से भी हम रिसीविंग बंद कर देते हैं. यू डोंट हैव टू बी पार्टनर्स फॉर दैट. लाइक मैं और राधिका के बीच में हमारे काफी सारी झड़प हो जाती है. देन वी लाइक, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू रिसीव फ्रॉम यू, बाय, एंड देन यू लाइक देयर पॉट पॉक पुश योर बैरियर डाउन, लाइक हाय, हाउ आर यू डूइंग, so we so you don't have to be husband wife or partners or anything. You can just stop receiving from almost anybody, and you wouldn't even get to know. You lock it up in your body. And like Palak is saying, when we literally put your hands on the body, and then we kind of wow, like so much space and so much change and so much ease, that I'm comfortable with the same person I used to be with. Wow, that is what we're talking about. So I wonder which two elementals or more, whatever is required to bridge this gap of 12 and a half hours, like, because Canada 11.5 घंटे या 12 घंटे जो भी है, इतना वो घंटों को थोड़ा कम
16
कर.
hours, yeah.
16 hours? Okay.
Yeah,
तो 16 घंटे कम कर दे हम, and
true.
what if there could be some kind of magic and some kind of elemental reality that shows up, and a new reality shows up. Yeah, that's so much fun. Awesome. Thank you, Palak, and thank you, Kishan, and thank you, Suruchi, for this call. It's beautiful to have people interested in change and asking for something new, something different, and the miraculous reality from this world.
Yes, very true. Anyone have any other questions? So quickly we wrap it up, Kavita. Yeah, so as Kavita has already announced, we are upcoming 2 body classes, one in Mumbai, one in Delhi.
Please contact Suruchi if you can. Yeah.
Yes, so the closest is on 16th. So anybody of you who want to register for the upcoming classes, you can connect with me or Radhika or Kavita directly, and be there. Just enjoy your body, and what else is possible.
Yes. And how much fun can you have?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a fantastic weekend. Well, कल सुबह 12:30 बजे फैट के ऊपर भी है, फैट एक्सपेंस करते हैं. We're going to talk about body weight and fat.